Hello, cast, crew, designers, and everybody involved with Mancha Quarantine Edition. My family and I are here to show you guys how easy it is to set up a studio within your house. And so we're going to go over each element, and my kids are going to help. Olivia's going to stand in for one of you guys, and Charlie's going to help me with props and set decoration, and Henry's going to help me with camera and sound and lights. And then hopefully this will help you to understand how easy it is to set up for the filming that we're going to do. So the first thing that we're going to do is find a wall, a nice blank wall. And so you'll have to trust me that all around this room there's stuff all over the walls. The reason we picked this wall is because it's blue. The two best colors you can pick are green and blue. Okay, so I picked this blue wall, and what we're going to do is we're going to clear the wall, and this was the most clear wall, and we're going to show you how easy it is. Ready, set, go! We have a clear wall, okay? But you see a problem, right? Because we have the light coming in through the window. It's kind of distracting. So Olivia, can you take care of pulling down the shade and closing the blinds? Very good. Now, let's say you don't have a single solitary blue or green wall in your house. No worries. I want you to raid your closet and find yourself any sort of green or blue sheet. Okay, so anything like this. Now, once you get this green or blue sheet, you're going to want to iron it so it's completely flat. See how this has all these wrinkles in it? Wrinkles equals bad. So you want to make sure that you iron this, and then you're going to put it, here, Olivia, help me with this one. And then you're going to tack it to the wall just like this. This would be our green screen. We can have a green screen, we can have a blue screen, totally up to you. But again, big important thing is you want to make sure you have as much coverage as you can, and that you have green screen or blue. So green or blue are good, and then we'll talk about how to not match up on your costumes here in a second. So the next thing that I want to talk about is lighting, because once you get your green screen or your blue screen up, you're going to want to do two things. You're going to want to light up this back wall, and then you're going to want to light yourself. So as you can see, I have various lights that I'm going to be using. I got a lamp. So over here you can see this kind of cool lamps. And so this setup right now is okay. But what we really want to do is make sure there's as minimal shadows on the wall that we're going to create, and that you, the actor, are standing here where it's just green on either side so we can really capture what's going on. And you can see that I do have shadows on the wall here. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to light this as effectively as we can. All right, welcome back. The lighting took a little bit longer than I thought. It took, what, a total of 3 minutes?
Yeah.
About 3 minutes. Henry's going to show you the setup real quick and what lights we have. So we're utilizing this light for our background. Cool. And we're just shining as many bright lights as we can. And we're using these two lights right here to light us. So you notice that there's very minimal shadows behind us. There's a little bit of shadow because it's not perfect, and it's okay if it's not perfect. But we're lighting our subject, and then we're lighting our back wall. Let's move on to sound. What I need is for you to find me a microphone. Henry, can you grab me a microphone? This is a microphone. And so essentially, if you have one of these in your house, awesome. We had it from our karaoke machine, and it goes right into your device. Now, let's say you don't. We're going to cover that at the end. We're going to go through all the things. If you don't have it, what do I do? But this is a microphone. The other thing that you're going to need, especially if you're singing, are earbuds. So can you grab me some earbuds? Thanks, Charlie. So you're going to need a set of these too. I know you all have these. It doesn't really matter, but you're going to need these when you record. The next thing we're going to talk about are costumes, hair, and makeup. Pretty simple, but Olivia is going to demonstrate and show you how easy it's going to be and what our expectations are. So Olivia, can you go grab a couple dresses for us and a couple scarves? We have choice one is this dress. Olivia will be playing, any one of the roles, and so this is a pretty cool dress. It's got good patterns, and so I like it a lot. All right, cool. I think we can definitely use that, and then a second dress. All right, yeah, so this one looks a little too modern for me. This looks, has a modern feel. If we're gonna have to go between the two, I'd say this one, but it's always good to have options, okay?
All right, second is the scarf. So we first have
there you go, Charlie.
Floral scarf.
All right, floral scarf going with this one. Okay, awesome. So I think that looks pretty good, and then?
A black scarf.
All right. So I think the black scarf with the texture is going to be a little bit easier for us to work with. It matches better. But ultimately, your designer is going to be making this call. So, and I should have said this from the beginning, but the designers are going to be making those calls and helping you through this entire process. I just wanted to show you how easy it was. We just grabbed stuff out of our closet. All right, guys. So the first one that I'm going to show you is for any of the muleteers, anybody who's in the prison. And so wanted to show you a couple things. So if you have a long sleeve t-shirt, grab it, right? These are great. And this looks like a peasant shirt, right? And it doesn't have any sort of logos on it, but it looks great. Next thing that you're gonna do is grab any pants that aren't like jeans or sweatpants. But yeah, it's just any plain old pants. I think that's gonna work great. And then here's the hard part. In order to make this look a little bit more period, and I would like for you to find a vest. Now, I don't have any vests, okay? I don't own vests. But what I'm willing to do is take this old flannel, right? And I'm willing to cut the sleeves off and cut the collar off. And then my costume crew is going to help me with that. They're excellent at taking an existing shirt and then making it into something else. And all you really need are scissors. They'll help you with that pattern and how to make this into a vest. And so the overall look would look something like this. We're going to have this shirt with these pants and this cut into a vest. Pretty simple, and that's all you'll need in order for this to be successful. Let's say that I'm a guard, and I'm like, how am I supposed to find any sort of guard stuff? Dude, wear black. It's all good. So I picked out a couple black outfits. The first one that I picked was a very similar shirt. I have this waffle shirt that kind of looks a little bit like chainmail. I mean, if you use your imagination. Not really, but it's got two tones, which is really good. And then I have my typical Anderson Theater shirt, my crew shirt. You can turn this inside out so we don't see this. And you can turn a lot of shirts inside out as long as you can't see the logo. And then I have two pairs of pants. I got a pair of black pants, regular slacks. Totally work. No big deal. Let's say you don't have any black pants. Again, here are some black sweatpants. No big deal, but all logos must not show. So this is a big no-no, is having a logo, okay? And then the last thing to talk about with costumes is matching your green screen. And you can see that these two blues are two different colors, but if I were you, I would figure out what my green screen is gonna be. If it's gonna be green or blue or a different color, then I wanna make sure that my costume does not have that color. Because when I shoot the green screen, it's gonna find this blue, and it may think it's the same. All right, next is hair and makeup. All right, Olivia, can you do me a favor? Can you go grab just like your makeup box?
Yeah.
So, I'm sure if you're anything like Olivia that you have all this makeup at your disposal, right? You've got brushes and you've got eyeliner. Was this eyeliner?
That's mascara.
That's mascara, okay. And you have base and foundation. And so you have your own makeup. You don't have to go out and get some, okay? We're gonna be sending you your designs and you're gonna match it as closely as possible. Now, let's say you're like Charlie. Do you have any makeup, Charlie?
No.
No. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go to sister or mom, anybody in the house who has makeup, and ask if you can borrow it. Again, you don't have to go out and buy anything. And if you don't have any makeup whatsoever in your house, let's say you're a makeup-free house, don't worry about it, okay? Really, at the end of the day, we just want you in the video. So do your best, and if this is what you got, awesome. And if not, no big deal, all right? We'll make do with what we got. Okay. Moving on to props. So, right, we often want to have the exact same prop throughout the entire show. It's not going to happen. But what is going to happen is that you're going to go out and find as close to as many props, as close to time period as you possibly can. And you're probably saying to me, I don't got that. So, Charlie's going to go get me two swords. We're going to pick out which one we think is a better one. Shing! He's got two swords, okay? And one of them is an Asian katana, and the other one is sort of a... It's sort of a...
Captain.
What? It's a captain...
Like pirate.
Pirate, scimitar kind of looking thing, right?
Yeah.
That might be found somewhere on a pirate ship, maybe in the Middle East. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, neither one of these are perfect, but this one will do, okay? It's a plastic toy sword. It's all good. Okay, it's not supposed to be the best ever, but at least we have a sword. So that's going to be prop one. All right, now, prop two. Let's say I need a book. All right, he brought me Green Eggs and Ham. Classic. But I think we can find maybe a better book than Green Eggs and Ham. Can you find me a better book than that? Webster's Dictionary. Who knew it could still be of use? All right, so if you have a choice between these two books as to which one looks a little bit more time period, we're going to go with the dictionary. All right, no offense to Dr. Seuss. So we have our prop, and again, it's not going to match what other people have, but if we all found a kind of a thick, older looking brown red book, great. All right, that works just fine. Again, take it easy, all right? We're just trying to have fun, trying to make this work. All right, next we're going to move on to set decoration. Charlie, we need a brown piece of furniture, something wood that we might find, because I don't have a block, I don't have boards, I don't have barrels. You brought me poop.
I'd like to poop.
Okay, now this is fantastic, but I don't think we want to put poo in our show. Also, this is an emoji. Did not exist back then. So, can you find me another piece of furniture we might be able to use? Okay, he is strong. Now, this is a perfect piece of furniture. It's wood, it's nondescript. It has something right here, so we'll try to hide that. And so here it is. So we're gonna use this, we're gonna turn that plaque, and so we're gonna have our set decoration that's gonna plant us here. If you have a stool, a chair, anything that we can use that's small, right, that can fit within this frame is gonna work great. And then this is really only utilized if your character utilizes it within the show. All right, the last thing we need to talk about is camera. So you have your set, you have your lighting, you have your sound, you have your costumes, you have your hair and makeup, you have your props, and you have your set decoration. At best, if we can, we would love for you to be able to have a 2-camera setup, and we're gonna switch back and forth in between these 2 cameras. The good news is that these 2 cameras are not cameras at all. They're just 2 phones, okay? I'm filming this on my phone. So I have a phone, Emily has a phone, Olivia has a phone. We even have a flip phone, all right, just in case. So we got this. And so what this direct one, this one's gonna be your main camera. And if you could set up a mid shot, right? So that you get all of this. If we can get a wide shot where we can get your feet or, at least your legs dancing for all you dancers, that'd be great. So think about that with your camera setup. And then if you can get a different angle from your cameras, again, our film crew is gonna go over all of this. And then let's say you need a third phone for music. So I borrowed Olivia's phone. So that means that the 3 people that have phones in this house, when I'm recording, are gonna need to pitch in. So families, we're gonna need your help. We're gonna need you to let you borrow your phones if we can. And so I would use this for my recorder, right? And so in order for me to listen and to record, in order for what Paige did, she had 2 cameras and then she had another phone. So this is 3 phones. Now let's say you don't have 3 phones in your house, okay? Let's say you only have 1 or 2. You can also use an iPad. And so you can use any sort of tablet. This records sound as well. If you need, this one also has a camera. So these devices are wonderful because they can do just as everything that your phone can. So if you have a tablet, fantastic. We can use this as well. All right, let's say you don't have a tablet. I'm sure you have lots of computers in your house. Again, these have cameras. These have audio inputs, so they can record sound as well. They have a built-in microphone if you don't have a microphone. You can also film with these, although I would be hesitant to film with the cameras that are on here. I'd rather use the phones. They're actually great if you have great phones. Now, let's say that you have a camera at home. Please use it. All right. And then everything else that is going to happen after all this, we're going to go over with you. So don't get overwhelmed. I think this took a total of, how long did this take, Olivia?
Like 30 minutes.
Great. So it took half an hour. And then the only other thing that you're going to need to do is be able to keep this set up. And so if this is in Charlie's bedroom, I would ask him, hey, Charlie, do you mind if I keep this up for a couple days?
Yes.
Okay, he said yes. What that means is that I'd have to set it up exactly like this every time. So you just take a picture of it, and then you set it up as close as you possibly can the next time. And then if you have a really cool cat who's going to let you keep your setup for a couple days, who might say,
you can keep it up.
Thanks. And if you have great family members who will let you do this depending on what the room is, that's awesome. If it's not a bedroom, you should be good to go, right? If it's in your basement, that'd be even better. But yeah, so just make sure that you have a relatively good Wi-Fi in that space. And then again, make sure that you're utilizing everything around you. I'm excited about making Mancha Mancha the quarantine edition with you. And I want to thank my family for helping me make this. So thank you so much, Olivia, who will be at Anderson next year, and Henry and Charlie. So thank you very much. Good luck in your setup for Mancha Mancha.
To dream the impossible dream.